Hello, everyone. Welcome to Freestyle Friday. How are you over there, Camille?
I am excellent. It's Friday, so you know I'm feeling great.
Yes. So it's Freestyle Friday here on the Kim Jacobs Show. So excited that you guys are popping into the studio. We know that you're grabbing your virtual seats. The doors just open, right? Let's paint this picture. You just walked in, grab your virtual seats. Make sure you turn those microphones towards you and say, "Hey, Kim, I'm here in the studio. Let me know where you're visiting in from." We'll do a shout out and say, "Hey, this is such and such visiting from such and such." So we're excited to be able to celebrate you all as you come on to Freestyle Friday episode right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. You'll be able to ask questions and share comments to some of our experts that'll pop in throughout today's show. We're going to be starting out with our vision expert, which is Camille Richardson. Let's go ahead and get this show started and introduce the Kim Jacobs Show to you guys and get ready to have a great Freestyle Friday episode. Are you ready, Camille? We're going to have a great time.
I am ready to get this Freestyle Friday rolling.
All right. On that note, let's kick it off. Hi, I'm Kim Jacobs, the Balance Doctor. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. Be sure to subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show right on YouTube. Turn on your notification bell to all so you never miss a beat. And guess what? Every time you watch, you're going to receive a real relevant and relatable guest that's going to share with you a piece of the puzzle on this journey called life that will help you be able to manage just a little bit smoother. At the end of the day, the Kim Jacobs Show goal is to be able to provide balance to the world, one household at a time.
Kim Jacobs Show. You're watching Kim Jacobs Show.
Yes, it is the Kim Jacobs Show. And we are here today with our vision expert, which is Camille Richardson. Camille, tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you want to share with us today.
So good morning, everyone. My name is Camille Richardson, dual founder of Blind Girl Vision, IC Technologies. IC Technologies is my company where I teach people who are blind and visually impaired who have recently lost their sight how to use their iPhones, iPads, and smart devices so that they can reconnect with their world and become more independent. And Blind Girl Vision, where I empower people to operate in their gifts so that they can live their vision. And this morning, I'm actually going to be talking about vision, and not this time I'm going to actually be talking about it in the physical sense. So we're going to learn a little bit about the varying spectrums of blindness and visual impaired. And I also want to share some tips about how to interact with someone who is blind or visually impaired. So that's what
Excellent.
I got for you.
Come on, let's talk then. Courtney, do you want to pop in too? Okay, I'm going to pop you in too. Okay, so go ahead and get started. Hey, Courtney, how are you?
Good morning.
All right. So I'll go ahead and get this thing kicked off. So I first want to start off by saying, yes, I am considered the vision expert, but I want to say this does not apply to everyone. I know all things for people who are blind and visually impaired are not going to be the same. So I'm speaking in general terms, and I'm also speaking from my experience. I just want to first say that. So let's go ahead and get into it. So oftentimes when people hear the word blind or visual impairment, they think a lot of times that blindness means that the world is black and that we're just surrounded by darkness. And today I'm here to educate because blindness is a spectrum. So just because someone states that they are blind, that does not mean that their world is completely black. Take me, for example. Yes, I am totally blind from birth. However, I can see that there's a light on over my head. So I have what is called light perception. So if somebody comes in the room and they turn on the light, I'm going to see it. As a matter of fact, when I come in the room, and I was taught this from a very early age, I turn on the light because I don't want to sit around in darkness.
Oh, wow.
And also people ask me, well, if you can see light, can you see color? The answer is no, I cannot see color. Again, it's a spectrum. And how I can see light but can't see color, because I know color is made up of different spectrums of light and such, is beyond me. I just said that that's how God made me. He said, I want you to be able to see light, and I'm going to bless you with that. So you got to make up your own definition of color. So even that is on a spectrum for me. And there are some people who where the world is in darkness for them. But again, it depends on the eye condition. It depends on what's going on with their eyes at the moment. And even people who have prosthetic eyes often see color in their head. So, a lot of times if you lose vision later on in life, your brain still recalls those images. So sometimes, they still tell me that they can see colors, but not if someone flashed something in front of their face, they're not able to see it, but they still can recall color, and they might have a flash of color in their mind because, again, their brain is recalling those images that are in their mind, that are imprinted in their brain. So the brain is a very powerful thing. So now I'm going to go ahead on to visual impairment. And that is another area where there are so many varying degrees, because there are people who have what we call usable vision. And that, again, is very dependent on the eye condition. It also depends on the light around them. It also depends on whether they're having a good eye day or whether they're having a bad eye day. Some people operate better in very low light because they're very light sensitive. So they can't have a whole bunch of lights glaring in their eyes because it'll also cause some blurred vision. It can also be quite painful. So if you walk into a room and you see someone who might have some usable vision sitting there, and you're like, why are you sitting here in the dark? Please don't just turn the light on, because you might hurt their eyes very badly. Some people function better, of course, with a lot of light on, because if the light is very low, they're not able to function. Some people operate better on very cloudy over. Someone might say that they are visual impaired, but they don't use a white cane. But that's because they have enough vision to be able to travel without using it. And some people have it, if they have some vision, they use it for identification, just to let people know that, yes, I have this white cane, I have enough vision to travel around. But I also want you to know that if I ask you a question, you'll see my white cane and know that I need an answer to that question, because I might not be able to see as well as you do. So again, I just want you to, it is a huge spectrum. Some people might be able to see something right in front of them, but far away they can't, or they might be able to see something far away and they cannot. So again, there's so many varying degrees of vision loss. And no, just because two people have the same eye condition, it doesn't mean they see exactly the same. So eye conditions even vary. For example, my eye condition, I was born totally blind, but there are people with my eye condition who do have some usable vision, so they're able to read large print. So again, no two people are the same, even when it comes to visual impairment. Yeah, I know I'm teaching up in here today.
I mean, you're teaching some serious knowledge, and I'm actually telling people, if they're learning anything that is something that they did not know about blindness, to put a 1 in the comments, and I can put a 1 myself across all of the platforms, because I learned so much already just by what you're sharing. So why did you choose to become the vision expert?
Well, I chose to be the vision expert because I always talk about education. I feel like a lot of times people, you ask questions because you don't know, and people make assumptions because they don't know. So I'm here to educate people about vision and the degrees of vision loss, because again, someone could tell you they're visually impaired and they're like, but you're sitting here reading this book. And it's like, yeah, they might be able to see that small print in that book, but they might not be able to, at nighttime, they might not be able to see anything at all. And it's because their eye condition, and eye conditions vary, and visual impairments vary. So you might see somebody during the daytime walking around easy breezy, but then you see them later on that night and they've got a cane. But it's because, again, your vision can vary.
Well, I know you've heard me backstage talking a lot about my glasses, right?
Right.
She was like, my gosh, lady, you talk about your glasses all the time. I'm like, wait, we can't go loud. Where are my glasses? And it's because sometimes, like you're saying, it's just sometimes I have great vision, and other times I'm like, I need these reading glasses right nearby, and things are just a little bit off, So I'm trying to figure out how to make adjustments with it. But it's knowing, like you said, knowing what you're dealing with and how to make those adjustments, I think, are critically important. That's really good information.
Well, thank you. I'm really glad I could share that with you this morning. Do I have time to share just a couple of tips that I want to give when interacting with someone who's visually impaired?
Absolutely. And Shannon, please type those in the back office so we can pop them up. Absolutely. Let everybody know, this is Camille Richardson with IC Technology, and her email is ICSEE technology 06 @gmail.com. She'll personally respond to your email. And she's also the founder of Blind Girl Vision. And her email there is blindgirlvision@gmail.com. Her phone number is 910-273-7244. So go ahead, Camille.
Okay, so a couple of things I want to say is that when you meet someone who is visually impaired, especially if you see them out and about and you see that white cane and you see them, just going about their way, if you think they need help, just come up and ask. A lot of times we get people who just automatically, start grabbing on to us and assuming that we don't know where we're going. I can assure you that we do. We probably traverse that way a lot of times. And just because you see us pass the elevator doesn't mean that we didn't want to take the stairs. So please just keep that in mind. If you see someone and they might have passed somewhere that you thought we might want to go, no, we know where we're going. A lot of times we use landmarks. We might be counting the doorways or just trying to find our landmark to let us know that we're going in the right direction. And if you come up beside someone and just kind of grab a hold of their arm and assume that you know where they're going, well, that's a little dangerous and a little scary. So, just be very careful and be very mindful of that. You can ask if we need assistance. We'll either tell you yes or we'll tell you no. If we say no, please accept the no. It's not being rude. I promise you, it's just that, we got it, we're good. And if we need some assistance, I promise you, we will let you know.
That is so good. I love that point. So if you want to help, just ask if they need help is what.
Yes, that's
Okay.
exactly what I am saying.
Hmm.
And should we ask? Be very specific. To a lot of people, if you ask, excuse me, where are the restrooms? And then they'll say, oh, they're right over there. And we're kind of like, huh? Over where? I call it, when my family, when people do that, I'm like, did they just over there me? Remember, like I said, even if you don't see them using a white cane and they tell you they're visually impaired, over there is not going to be very helpful because they may not be able to see exactly where you're pointing. And then, like I said, if you see the white cane, then we can't see where you're pointing.
Right.
So let us know. It's the restrooms. If you make a right and you go 3 doors down, the restrooms will be to your left.
Wow. So be very specific in giving directions to someone blind.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Well, I'm putting this point up too, because this is another point you made. You don't need to grab them. They know where they are going. Yes.
Yes. Okay, most of the time we know exactly where we're going and we're just using some landmarks. So, and also this is very, very, very big for me. This is very important. Again, I told you earlier, I'm all about education. And a lot of times when I'm out and about, I'll hear a child ask their mommy, why is she using that stick? And you're automatically like, shh, be quiet. Don't do that. We're taught to never ask questions, but I welcome questions because, like I said, I'm all about educating, and kids, they're just so curious. They really genuinely just want to know. So please do not shush your child if they're asking a question about why is she using that? Allow them to ask. And a lot of times, again, and this is me, because again, everybody, is not always trying to educate, but I am always about teaching, especially the kids. I love the kids. So let them ask the questions. And I'll be very, very, very happy to answer.
That is so good. Wow. Okay. So if your children have questions, make sure you allow them to ask and get the question answered. That's really a good tip as well. Listen, make sure you all reach out to Camille Richardson. This is some good information that you're sharing. If you need help with some vision training yourself, even though you may have sight, but you may have lost some vision as far as the direction that you're going in your life, reach out to Camille Richardson. And her information is right here, ictechnology06 @gmail.com or blindgirlvision@gmail.com. Her phone number is 910-273-7244. All right, anybody have any questions for Camille? Because I want to make sure we give a chance to ask any questions. Let's see. All right, and I see you, Dr. Shante. I'm going to pull you in, okay? All right, I'll pull you on the screen and put myself down here and put you up there. How are you and welcome?
Hello.
Okay. Let's see any comments for Camille here. I see a lot of ones. People are learning so much information. Andrea Belk said, good morning to you, Camille.
Good morning. Good morning.
And she's visiting all the way from Charlotte, North Carolina. So glad to have you from Charlotte. I'm from Charlotte area, guys.
I live in Raleigh. Hey.
Hey. Oh, the GI hair doctor. Let's see. I see your comment here. Oh, maybe I froze. Okay, let's see. Let's see. There we go. The GI hair doctor said good morning, and he's going to be on the show soon. Good morning to you, Mr. GI, the hair doctor. We received your products and love them, so thank you so much. All right, let's see. Lots of other comments and lots of ones, so I won't pop all the ones on. I'll just go to the comments. Okay, all of your tips have been posted as well, so people will be able to go back and look at those later. All right, so everyone, Camille, no more comments right now, but just know that we appreciate every tip that you shared. Has been extremely enlightening, and we are going to go to our next expert, which is Dr. Shante Williams. I'm gonna pull you over here. And Camille, you can stay on as long as you want or pop off whenever you want to. I know you don't have your assistant over there with you today, but I'm so grateful that you've been on today.
You're very welcome.
All right, Dr. Shante, how are you?
Well, it's Friday, so I cannot complain. Made it all the way through the week.
Well, before we even start, let's be very clear, everybody, that Dr. Shante Williams was in this whole great wealth debate, right? And if you don't know what that is, it was with the Pride Awards, and there was this big debate between Dr. Shante Williams and Jamal Kennard. Both did outstanding jobs. I mean, Jamal Kennard, he just had some powerful points and was knocking home runs out the park. I was like, okay. Our hands were sweating, everything was going down. But then Dr. Shante Williams did the whole KO, and all of a sudden, everything went down, and it was just like all she wrote. Dr. Shante Williams won the great wealth debate. So welcome to our expert, Dr. Shante.
Thank you. Well, I would just say, I wrote a book, so if I didn't win, I was going to have to take my books back or give some refunds or something. So
your book cover looks great, by the way. I love the new book cover.
Thank you. There will be one on your way when they come in. I think we're like 7 days out from books being in stock. So I'll make sure that you get one because it definitely has a different look and feel of the first one. And a lot of people ask me about my family story. And so I talk a little bit about the family lessons.
Wonderful.
So you'll see some pictures of my mom and my dad and my sister. So you'll get a little sneak peek. I talk about them all the time, and I think some people feel like they know them because I talk about them so much.
Okay. Well, I'm excited. Yeah, I do feel like that. Once we hear all of the details, we feel connected as if we're part of the family. So we're looking forward to the new book release, and people can get their copies on drshante.com, and we'll take you to her website to let you see that as well. But yeah, I'm excited about it. So, okay, what do you have for us today?
So this week has been really interesting for me. And one of the things that I've been finding that I always feel like we have to revisit the subject of being honest. And honesty, I personally think when people are financially dishonest, it's because they're embarrassed.
That's the bottom line. Yeah.
So ultimately, decoupling shame from wherever you are, because everybody started someplace, everybody has or doesn't have something, or they may have goals. And so this week, I'm just reminding everybody to get honest with yourself. We're right at tax time, right? So a lot of people are filing taxes. And I will tell you, one of the things that I've been reading and writing about a lot is the fact that in Black neighborhoods or lower income neighborhoods, you see a lot of pop-up tax shops. And, that's fine. Most people could probably file their taxes. It's pretty simple online, and pay nothing, but they're paying $300 or $400 or $500 to have their taxes prepared so that they can get a rapid refund. And, I know that, money is tight right now, but make sure that you're reading that fine print and make sure that you know what you're being charged for. So anytime you see that, I will tell you that financial product was created for lower income people, right? So I know I can charge you now. Filing your federal tax returns for a lot of people is free. If you're getting a refund, it probably was a free file, or very inexpensive. But they're paying $300 or $400 or $500 to this service, which means that money's already out the door.
Mhm.
So I would just say, make sure that, it's not worth the extra 3 days or the extra 2 days. And if you really can wait, don't, just throw that money out the window. We have to get a little more savvy about what we're being charged and why we're being charged these extra fees, everywhere. And then I saw somebody say, well, such and such will do my taxes for free, but they want me to claim their kids, or they want them to, no, don't play with the tax man. I'm telling everybody that, all the shenanigans that go on during tax season, they can catch up to you. And they likely will catch up to you. So just remember, if you're a business owner, claim your revenue. Don't start thinking, oh, I need to, deduct. Take the deductions that are due to you, but make sure that you are not holding back revenue, because I can tell you, if you have to pay because you didn't disclose something, it's going to not be a good situation. So be honest. And when you're, numbers don't lie, and very few people are forensic accountants that can construct this whole story. So, if you just bought a $400,000 car, I'm gonna just be outlandish. You bought a $400,000 car, and then you said, well, I ain't made for $35,000 this year. Well, one of these ain't true, right? And so we see one of the quickest ways to see exactly whether or not people are telling the truth is you're making these big purchases, but you've claimed this little bit of money. So just remember that getting honest about your finances, it flows through your taxes, and it will help you get on the right track. So don't be ashamed, don't be embarrassed. And I'm trying to rid it from other people's vocabulary and really saying, hey, if you see somebody buying a pair of Air Jordans, I know that's a favorite target. Air Jordans is not the reason why somebody is making $7.50 an hour, right? Or a nice handbag that you don't know if they saved up for that. You don't know if that was a one-time gift. You don't know if they bought it at the Goodwill.
Right. You don't know
what are really, you shouldn't. I don't tell anybody not to have nice things. If that's what you like, great. Just make sure that you budgeted for them. So my wealth tip for everybody is get honest with your partners, get honest with your children, get honest with yourself about where you are with your money and where you can go from there.
Wow. Okay. Wow. That was a lot of great information in a short period of time. Like that was that 1, 2, 3 punch. Okay. Listen, Dr. Shante Williams, her site is drshante.com, and she is the author of Black Angels Among Us. She's a proud member of the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Black Chamber of Commerce. So if you're interested in becoming a part of the Black Chamber of Commerce in the Charlotte-Mecklenburg area, make sure you reach out to her as well. I definitely want to show your bookstore here. Well, actually, I want to show your homepage, but I also want to show your bookstore. So,
I got a new website. So
I know, but the book is not on the homepage. So I got to show the homepage.
It is. It'll scroll.
It will. Okay. Yes. Wait a minute. I'm like, I gotta go back to this homepage because this homepage is
fancy. So
I was like, it's like really advanced, and y'all don't know this right here is our expert then upgraded. Let's see. Let me take you to Dr. Shantae's website after she won her competition and all. Well, it was before you won, I know, but I still want to kind of tie it together, right? Like after she won her big competition, it was time to change some things around here. Look at this. Dr. Shante Williams, Transformation Through Investing. Great photos over there. Nice blue pants. Way to go. And she's a venture capitalist, but she knows what she's talking about when she's telling us about wealth management. In order for us to change the shape of our community and the future that our communities face, we have to be the owners and investors in that future. Yes, Shante. Yes. Okay, now where do I go to show the book?
I think you missed it. It's up at the top. If you
I'm so enamored with all the pictures and stuff. Where am I? Let me see.
The top picture picture. So if you hit one of those buttons in that corner, one of those gray arrows, you'll get the book.
Oh, I see. Okay, let's go.
So,
Oh, my. Oh,
so I've got, it's a few different pictures on scroll.
can you see all of these? They're scrolling? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. There it is. There it is. Black Angels, the Wealth Edition. That's her new book. So make sure you guys grab your copy. You can go right there. It's already in pre-order mode. It's going to be in her possession in less than 7 days. And you can get this. And what can they expect to see when they're getting this book?
I will start shipping all the orders I've already gotten out in the first week of March. So we're about 7 days from that, but I will say this, I'm releasing hardcovers first this time around. So I didn't do a hardcover edition. This time it's a hardcover. And then if you don't want to pay hardcover prices, I understand. There's a paperback coming, and then there will be an ebook release. So whatever your way of connecting and reading is, then I'll make sure that, you know, it's easily accessible. A lot of people wanted hardcover books, and I was like, okay, well, y'all know I'm a business person, so hardcovers cost money to produce.
Excellent, excellent. Well, what we're going to do now is take a quick commercial break, and we're going to come back with some more of our experts. If you all are enjoying today's episode already, put a 2 in the comments if you're learning some great information. Oh, you know what? I saw some comments come in, so let me go back for a second, Dr. Shante. People are asking you questions, and I want to make sure I give people a chance to. And I see you, Des. I'm going to pull you in, and Mai Tai. Is it okay if I pull you guys in on the screen? All right. All right. I'm pulling y'all all in. All right. Hi, how are you? I'll put you guys up top and put myself down there at the bottom. So let me see. I'll put you guys right up here in my place. And Mai Tai, I'll put you right up there somewhere under Courtney, because I know you're going to be right there with him doing your presentation. And I'm going to go beneath you, Des, down there. Okay. All right. Let's see, everybody. Some more comments that came in. June Griffith. Hey, June. She's one of our frequent studio members. Okay. Do not play with the feds, she said. Don't play with the feds.
So if they can get Al Capone, they can get you. I'm just saying.
You better believe it. If they can get Al Capone, they can get you. That's crazy. That's a great statement. That right there could be coined. That's hilarious, actually. That's amazing. Okay, let's see. Some more comments. Congratulations, Dr. Shante, on winning your award with Pride magazine. And you did do a little shuffle, too. I saw you with your pink shoes and your red dress. You're like, hey. That was your winner's shuffle, huh?
That was my winner's shuffle.
It was so cute, so cute. Somebody said, do they work? GI, the hair doctor. It probably was one of your comments. I forget what question. You know what, GI hair doctor, put the question specifically, because I know it was when she was talking, but I don't know what it's pertaining to. So we can get the answer to your question, okay? All right, and some more people commented. Make sure, Dr. Shante, you go to my Facebook page and look at the comments as well and see if there's any specific questions for you that'll need to be addressed, okay?
Will do.
Can I ask a really quick question?
Yes.
Is the Dr. Shante, congratulations on winning your competition. But I want to know, is your book in an audio format for those of us?
So we are working on the audio. Yes. So that's my that's the final release, but that should be ready probably sometime this summer. And a lot of people have asked that. So thank you, Camille. Yes, I don't have a great reading voice, but I'm looking for a voiceover person. So if anybody knows a good voiceover person, we'll definitely have that available.
Excellent. Excellent. So if you're a good voiceover person for reading about wealth management, by all means, reach out to Dr. Shante and let her know your skill set, and she will interview you and audition you to see if you could read her book. All right. And okay, I see your question now. GI, the hair product. I gave your products to 2 of my children, so I will have to get their feedback to be able to give you a formal response. But I'm looking forward to you being on the show. Okay. All right. So let's carry on. We're going to go to a quick commercial. Thank you, Dr. Shante.
Yes, you're welcome.
I appreciate it. Okay, everybody, listen, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. And I want to let everyone know that today's episode sponsor is snowlegal.com. Now, snowlegal.com offers legal services in the Charlotte and surrounding areas. If you have not used them yet, make sure you definitely consider utilizing their services, and also let them know that the Kim Jacobs Show did send you their way. So today's episode is sponsored by snowlegal.com.
I'm attorney Kenneth D. Snow, and at the Snow Legal Group, justice is our job.
For more than 20 years, Attorney Snow has been fighting for justice and winning cases in the Carolinas by providing aggressive representation in criminal defense, domestic violence, family law, serious injury, and wrongful death. If you've been injured or lost a loved one in an accident, including tractor trailer or rideshare, you need the Snow Legal Group by your side, fighting for justice and fighting for you. Visit snowlegal.com. Call 704-358-0026 for a free virtual consultation. Located at 6827 Fairview Road, Suite D in South Park.
All right, everyone. Welcome back to this episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. We have freestyle experts today here talking to you from all walks of life. And next, we're going to have our expert, Courtney, and I'm sure he's going to be pulling my tie in. But let me pull you over here, Courtney, from Courtney Wellness Companion Program.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear that music playing in the background?
Yeah.
All right.
I know what's coming.
So, you know what's coming, Maya. So this week has been a crazy fun week. A lot of fun, a lot of challenges, and one of the challenges was the Humpty Dance. So I'm going to ask our studio guests here and those that are watching to participate with us with this Humpty Dance. So we're all in this. It looks like we're all in a seated position except for Maya. Maya, she's ready to go. So we're going to just go ahead with this Humpty Dance. We're going to start with our hands in the air like this. Side to side. Okay, I see you, Dad. I see you. She already knew. Dr. Shante, come on, Kim. I know you're a first lady, but you can do this too. Yep. Bring them all in. Come on, Camille. I see you. Who's that right there? B. Sean Hall. Come on, we're doing a Humpty Dance. Now, while you're doing this, I want you to tighten up your core. We sitting down. Some of y'all standing up. Yes. Get them arms. Get them shoulders. Little Humpty Dance. So this was kind of fun. This was like something that we did, and we had a lot of people engaging with that. But today I wanted to talk a little bit about diabetes. We like to have a lot of fun with Courtney and just moving around. Courtney Wellness Companion, and really that's really what it's all about. It's just engaging people and trying to find a fun way to get healthy and to get well. But obviously diabetes is a very important topic. It impacts many people, and specifically, when I look at our panel today, I see people of color. I see people of ethnicities, and certainly this disease has impacted many of us and many of our families and different things like that. But for me personally, August 16th, 1999, I lost my father to complications of diabetes, and since then, I kind of took my life pretty serious in terms of my health and really just learning about the disease. So I champion that now. And I shared some information with a family member about some foods that you can eat that can help you if you have diabetes. So we do have an image of that. So if you can share that image, while you're sharing that image, I do want to ask the studio guests, not only the studio guests, but all the guests that are participating, whether you're watching the show or not, in the comment section. So when you think about diabetes, two things really stand out. One is food, which you can see in front of you right now. And the other is movement or exercise. So in the comments, I want you to think about which of the two of those things are more of a challenge for you. And the studio guests that are here, you guys can participate as well. So if it's food, I want you to put an F. So you're going to put an F in the comments if food is the most challenging part to being healthy for you. If it's exercise or movement, I want you to put an M. We'll put an M for movement. Sometimes people don't like the word exercise. It just makes people's stomach turn sometimes. So sometimes we use movement instead of the word exercise. So if food is the thing that challenges you most, put an F in the comments. And if exercise or movement is the thing that challenges you most, I want you to put an M in the comments. And then I do want to it's not an introduction, but I would like Mai to share a little bit about what she does as far as the food. We actually just made a non.
Don't feel like thunder.
Okay, go ahead.
She's like, don't steal my thunder.
Go ahead, bring the thunder.
He always does that. So right here, as you can see, in our cooking class last night, we made some cheesecake.
Yes.
And it's healthy because it was made out of cashews and coconut milk. And we use Keto Sweetener. This is 0 calories and 0 carbohydrate. So this tastes exactly like the white sugar that you use at home, but without raising your blood sugar level. And this was the first time that Courtney and a bunch of our clients has made a keto cheesecake or a cheesecake in any form, right? And this is what it looks like. This one has no crust and it tastes super creamy. And you can make it vegan with using vegan cream cheese or regular cream cheese. So this one I made with a crust, and the crust is also sugar-free. And oh my God, it's so good. You see that? Doesn't that look like?
Oh my gosh!
And you can eat this for breakfast.
Eat it for breakfast.
But wait, there's more.
Okay.
I also taught them how to make a berry topping, which is also keto. So this is a cranberry, blueberry topping with a little bit of sweetener. And you were able to put this on your pancakes, your cheesecake, anything like yogurt. And it doesn't have all that extra sugar, just natural sugar from the berries and the sweetener. And like I have a big sugar, a sweet tooth.
Right.
And I can't do without my dessert. So I've had to be creative and figure out how to have my dessert and still be diabetic aware, because I had gestational diabetes with my 2 pregnancies, and that's you can't have the high sugar or the high carb stuff that that usually these type of food is all sugar, right? Wow. So in our cooking class every week we do that an hour of cooking class, and we have a variety of meals that we prepare that I consider them comfort food, like pizza, like cheesecake, like fried rice,
tacos on cheese, tortillas, all kind of good stuff. Well, Maya, let me ask you, how can people be a part of the program and the classes right quick so we can hear how they can join in?
Yes, iCourtney.com. Right now we are having an unbelievable launch price. We just launched in January. So now you can join us for a McDonald's value meal of $4.99. And you get me coming to your kitchen 4 times a month.
Outstanding.
So can I say something? Hey, June
Thank you, Martha.
I appreciate that comment. She said neither is a challenge for her, but I'm just a procrastinator. And believe it or not, the companion is for you. It is for the person who basically knows that better health is this and that. I know you're a wellness professional because I think you told me that you were a trainer and you've done some things like that. But the reality of it is we all know, Google tells us everything that we need to know. There's not nobody that doesn't know what to do or how to do it. But it's just most people, they need that kick in the butt, basically, or they need that gentle, that gentle touch that just says, hey, I'm thinking about you. I care about you, and I know better health is something that's important to you. So come on, let's do it with me. Let's do the Humpty Dance together. Let's do 21 push-ups together. Let's make some no-bake keto cheesecake and let's eat it together. And let's have a good time and let's celebrate life. And let's celebrate good health. But I did ask you guys on the panel a question, so I don't want to glance past that. Which of each of you on the panel, what would you say is the most challenging, food or movement?
Food for me. Food for me.
Yeah, for me it's food too. For me it's definitely food. And the interesting thing, and I'm happy that Maya joined us, is because it seems like the research shows that if you can get the food part, that actually carries more, as far as movement or exercise, you could literally just go for a walk. Like, you don't necessarily have to go to the gym. You might like the gym, or you might like these different things, but you don't necessarily have to go crazy there. If you can get your eating in line, it's about 80% of it, you know. And it's interesting, the marketing of it. People, they market exercise as if that's the thing, but what I've learned is that, you know, exercise is good and you could change your body that way, but over time, the eating healthy is going to probably be the thing that's going to be much more impactful. So thank you all for sharing that. I did also want to give a few tips. I said one of them: get some fresh air. Find an activity that you enjoy. These are all related to movement. Find an activity that you enjoy. Like, I love to play tennis, so I could play tennis. There's a lot of outdoor things that I actually love, but find a thing that you love. I wrote down: include your friends, include people that you love, your friends, your family. Calendar your activities. So like, I actually calendar like when I'm going to go jogging with a buddy of mine. So we have each other accountable. I said join a virtual fitness class, which Courtney Wellness Companion, we offer those, but there's a million other people that offer virtual wellness classes, fitness classes as well. So take your pick. And then I wrote down, get a companion, like have somebody that is going to be with you, that's going to align with you. Ding, ding, ding. Here's a companion right here.
Right.
And then
Courtney Wellness Companion.
as far as eating clean, I wrote down the Pescetarian challenge. So I recently met this lady. Her name is Martine. And I was connected to her through a lady that I went to high school with, Ashina, and I'm doing this Pescetarian challenge. You know, I think today's the last day of it. You know, so join the challenge. You know what I mean? I wrote down blend your veggies, you know, into protein shakes or smoothies. You know, so a lot of times people aren't figuring out ways. I don't like vegetables. Well, I have a 3-year-old. I make a protein shake almost every day, and like she's like literally standing right there, like, where
she's
is mine?
loving it.
So I mean, it can be good. Just add fruit to it, add peanut butter to it, and just make it yours. I wrote down, make it fun. Introduce a new food. My wife she still does, but she'll get a new fruit, and we'll just try it as a family. You know what I mean? Just to kind of make it fun. And then I wrote down again, as far as eating clean, get a companion. Ding, 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 right here. So,
all right.
But, can I also add something too?
Absolutely.
In a perspective of, I know there's a lot of moms with young kids, or older kids, or whatever kids. We're all in the same house together, and we're on top of each other, and it's hard as a mom to have time to yourself, and you're always putting your kids, the chores, like everything above your own self-care.
Right.
And then you're like stressed, and you're eating poorly because you're stressed, and you don't get enough sleep, like all that kind of like, snowballs, and you know how that goes. But like, it's super important to just here's
right at the right time, sweetheart.
Cue in. This is Matilda.
Let me get a photo. Wait a minute. Bring it in. Nice to have you here on the Kim Jacobs Show.
Thank you. So I was saying, so they like to come in whenever I'm on,
whenever you're on the show,
or whatever, they like to be together. And so what was I saying? Make time for yourself as a mom, and just like tell your husband, tell your whoever's in your house, like, you know what? I need time to myself. I don't care what you do. Just don't bother me. I'm going to take my bath. I'm going for a walk. Don't call me. Don't text me.
Right. Well, this has been excellent feedback. I'm going to thank you and Courtney and the dancing daughter for being here as our guest today. Make sure you check them out on iCourtney.com, and that's with 2 E's, iCourtney.com, or call 724-713-4118. I'm going to pop our next expert over here, which is Sean, and she's going to be giving us some political updates. So Sean A. Hall, which we always say A means something different each week. So today it is going to be aspire to achieve greatness like Sean Hall, who helped get her daughter a full ride to ECU. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So today, yes, I am the Sean A. Hall, political expert and scholarship extraordinaire. Today, I'm switching it up a little bit. I'm going to talk to you about scholarships, college admissions. Why? because we're in that season, this cycle of scholarships and college admissions. It's the time of the year where most parents and students are buzzing. They are excited because they're about to fly the coop. However, I want to talk to busy moms, busy dads, aunts, uncles. Are your kids prepared to fly the coop and not have you pay for it? If you have not started getting your kids ready for college, 5th grade is the time when that honestly happens. 5th grade. People are like, wait, what? Exactly. 5th grade is when you start getting your kids into a mentality of thinking about what they want to do for the rest of their lives. And as Kim said earlier, I've been able to assist one of my daughters, my middle daughter, get 2 full rides to college. Full means full. Sometimes full doesn't mean full. It might mean full tuition. But in this case, it's full tuition, room, board. Plus, they're going to help with a stipend to pay for a study abroad. And at one of the schools, they're going to give her an additional $10,000 a year. It doesn't come overnight. It doesn't come without some work. And what I want to share with you parents is that you have the ability to do it. Just like we're sitting here talking about food and, do you eat when you get stressed? Let me tell you what, parents are gaining about 10 to 15 pounds during scholarship season because they're stressed, because they have not gotten into the mechanics of what it takes to get their kids into college and have it paid for free. So I want to leave you with a couple of tips today on how you can make your own scholarship sauce and apply it liberally over colleges and universities. The first tip, start early. If you've got a kid like Issa, now Issa's 3 years old, there's scholarships for her. Say what? Absolutely. Zoe, which is my 8-year-old, we're working on our 2nd scholarship now. There are scholarships available to you. Does it take time to find them? Absolutely. But if you don't have $100,000 sitting in your bank account right now, this is going to be worth your time to start early, looking for scholarships, looking for opportunities where your kids can enhance their skill set, like public speaking, like writing. Those are 2 big areas for scholarships, because most scholarships that are worth having, you have to complete an essay. If they tell you that there's no essay, it's a scam. Run. Don't do it. Don't waste your time. The second tip I want to give you is exposure. Now is the time to start finding out what kinds of things are your children really interested in. Now, usually when I meet high school seniors about this time, they're talking about wanting to do the work that they do on CSI. What is that called? Forensic scientist. Have you taken any classes in forensic science? No. Have you taken biology? No. Do you like math? No. Beep, beep, beep. That may not be the major for your kid, but the time to find it out is early so that you have the opportunity to expose your children to other areas, other industries, and find something that they might have an interest in. Internships. If you already have kids in college, and most people do, this is the time, not the summer. This is the time that you want to start applying for internships, and they can be paid. And guess what? They can do it from home. Why? Because there's still COVID going on, and many companies and corporations are still following a COVID protocol. So they will pay your kid to learn the trade, the skill from the comfort of their home, and they can get paid. So I hope you'll take some of these tips today, apply them to your life right now. You don't have to wait until next year.
Good.
You can do it right now. My Facebook page is at All Roads Education. I'm always dropping some gems there. I'd love for you to join me there. I'd love for you to gather some of the information that I have. And if you have questions, drop them in the comments. And hey, when you go on my Facebook page, click a like. It doesn't hurt you to do that. Now I'm going to put on my glasses so I can get serious and talk to you about politics as we pivot. This week in politics has been another
Glasses on.
Glasses on, right? Joe Biden was very serious about getting us that $15 in minimum wage, but the Senate parliamentarian said it could not be done. It's not something that would be able to be worked in under the Senate rules. And there has been a lot of grumbling from Democrats to say, y'all, it's February, 26th? Nothing feels different from when it was January 6th, the day of the insurrection, the day we were still reminded that Republicans were in charge. it doesn't feel like this is a Democratic takeover at this point. So people are still pretty upset about not having the $1,400 in their pockets as of yet, because Republicans are still holding out. And so while Biden is very concerned about trying to get bipartisan buy-in, it may not happen. So we know that this bill is coming down the pipe. We don't know when it's going to hit. We do know as of today, it will not include the $15 minimum wage hike.
Wow.
Also, we know in the state of Georgia that they did a little sneaky thing. They put in a provision where absentee voting is saying bye-bye. Unless you have an excuse, and unless you're over 65 years old, you may not be able to vote by absentee ballot. Since the Democrats came sweeping in with Joe Biden, Republicans have been very busy. Over 165 bills throughout this country have been introduced that would effectively put in place voter suppression. And the reason for this is it's not partisan talk. Republicans have said themselves, when more people vote, they are not apt to get in office. Now, what we'll find interesting in Georgia is Kelly Loeffler, who used to be the senator, but Raphael Warnock beat her out. She launched her own organization to get more Georgians involved in the process. I don't know if I would necessarily trust that group to register to vote. However, that's what she's doing to rival Stacey Abrams' efforts to get Georgians out to vote more. We also know, in case you weren't aware, that they have Congress just passed an Equality Act, which does not allow for individuals who are part of what I call the alphabet, LGBTQIA, and it might be some other things added on there. You cannot be discriminated against if you fall into any of those categories. Now, some people say that this is a wonderful thing. There should not be discrimination, but there are those who feel slighted and they feel like they are being discriminated against by being a heterosexual. What do I mean by that? With this provision, those people who feel like they are not who they really should be in their bodies naturally at this point, and they want to be another gender, or they want to not identify with the gender, would be allowed to play sports, let's say in high school, with the gender that suits them. So if you've got a child that plays girls basketball, but you also have a son who now identifies as a girl and he now wants to play basketball, he wouldn't play with the boys team, he would play with the girls team, and he might be dominating in that sport. And some parents don't feel like that's right. This is happening actually in the United States with a case of handball. There was a young person who decided that they did not agree with the sex that they were assigned naturally. Now they have transitioned and they're killing it out there with handball, but they're also crushing the competition, which is natural born girls. And the parents aren't too happy about it. So this is going to be very, very interesting as to how this act plays out in states in terms of equality. It does provide equality for some groups, but other groups now feel like they are marginalized. So, and lest I forget, Donald John Trump is supposed to be a speaker at CPAC, which is a conservative something group. It's a big group every year. He's supposed to be coming on to speak, and he's going to talk about how the election was stolen from him. He's also talking about getting revenge. He wants revenge on all of those Republicans who decided that what happened on January 6th was his fault. What's very interesting about that is Mitch McConnell, who did come out publicly to say that definitely what happened on January 6th was Donald John Trump's fault. Mitch McConnell now has said if Donald John Trump were to run in 2024, he would wholeheartedly support him.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, these are good and very good updates, Sean. The Sean A. Hall, you have provided us with amazing facts and as well about this whole scholarship update as well. If you're a mom, you know that you're busy and you're out here trying. Let me get over here for a second. Let me talk to people for a second too. If you're a mother, you got multiple children, I'm telling you personally, let me put Sean's information under my name right here for a second, just because I really, really believe in what she's doing. And I'll tell you, let me find her information. Follow Sean Hall right here. Listen, I really want everyone to stay connected with Sean Hall because I know as a mother of multiple children, and I've been racking my brain trying to figure out, all of us as mothers and women and fathers and stuff, we want to figure out how we can get the best outcome for our children, right? But we're not the experts in that area. So Sean is the expert in that area. I've been able to connect with her and work with her. I've stepped out of the picture. I've left my children, my child, Ivan, and her work together. She is a taskmaster. She tells them, listen, you're going to do this. You're going to submit this essay by this deadline. If you miss the deadline, shame on you, because it's extra money that you could actually get in your pockets. Everything that she instructs him to do, he does it. And he doesn't do much stuff that people tell him to do, but he is super motivated. You know why? Because he's received over $20,000 in scholarships because of working with Sean Hall. So if you have children that are in the age group that she's talking about, ranging from 3rd grade up to 12th grade, and even those that are in college, you should be reaching out to Sean Hall. I'm telling you, you should be reaching out to Sean Hall and paying whatever the fee is that she offers, for the simple fact that that pain point that you have, which is, my child's about to go to school. I don't have the money for my child to go to school. My child could go to school and could get scholarships and even more money to be able to get computers and other things that's needed, books and things that you wouldn't have to pay for. Make sure you reach out to Sean A. Hall and tell her that the Kim Jacobs Show sent you her way. All right. That's my plug. Go Desiree. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
I tried to text you and saw you look at your phone. I said, I need
the phone rang.
It was me saying, give me your social media stuff so I could put it in the comments here.
Okay.
Go ahead. I got it. DI Real Estate is Staging, and I know you're my sister anyway. Go.
So yeah, I just wanted to come on and give you guys just a quick video, because I know I'm supposed to come back on and we're supposed to discuss the contest rules for who guessed it. So I did send you a video that you could play. It's like a 1-minute video.
Okay, you sent it to my email?
Yeah, sent it to your email. Also text it to you as well.
Oh, wait a minute. I have to pull that up then. I don't have it yet. Let me look here.
Okay.
That's okay. While we're waiting, because I want everybody to see this video. Remember, there's a contest happening with Des. I'll download that video here in a moment. Let me give you all an opportunity to learn something right quick about a course that I do. I'm going to pull it down, Des. Give me a second. About a course that I offer, and it's an 8-week course. I just had 2 graduates that graduated yesterday. I was so excited. It's an online class, and we teach you how to start your very own show from scratch. So everything that you need to know from A to Z to be able to do an online actual show of your own, or course. If you're a professor or something, you don't want to learn how to do a show, but you want to learn how to do trainings and teachings on your platform, I can teach you that. So take a look at this. Hey everyone, I'm Kim Jacobs, and I'm so excited to go on this journey with you. You and I are going to have a great time as you go through this course on how to create your own online show from scratch. Everything that you need to know from A to Z, everything that I know anyway, I'm going to pour it into you. We're going to have a great time talking about what should your show even be called? Who's going to be your guest? How do you identify your target audience? How do you be able to get your studio audience engaged? What type of lighting should you use? All kinds of things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the different platforms that you should use. We're going on this journey together, so go ahead and grab your virtual seats and let's get ready to rock and roll and have a great experience as you learn how to create your own online show from scratch. All right, everybody. I'm actually sending you, Shannon. I just sent you that. If you could please email me this. I don't have the link in my possession, so I have to figure out a way to be able to get that up. But talk to us for a second, Des, about some other things as we get prepared to pull this link down for you.
Okay, yeah. So, well, I do have some other projects coming up. There's let's see, 1, 2, 3 projects. We got a project in DC. We also have another project in Greensboro, right around the corner from the house that doing the contest at now, and then we have one in Charlotte. So this contest is just going to keep going, and I just want to be able to bless people, and have fun with it. And yeah, as far as real estate goes, I know people might be wondering what's going on with the market and COVID and everything. Charlotte market is still strong. And from what I'm hearing from other agents around the nation, the market is still strong. Like nobody, I definitely wouldn't have believed that it wouldn't have turned into a buyer's market. And maybe it just hasn't caught up to us yet, but it's still a seller's market and the market is still going strong.
I mean, and I know a lot has been happening even with COVID. And how is it now? How are things trending now since people are still dealing with COVID? Well, how is that working with the whole real estate world?
As far as like showings or
Right,
listings?
showings, anything pertaining to real estate that you can update us on about dealing with COVID and across the country, not just here in Charlotte. Any feedback on how people can adjust to still having to deal with COVID, but still wanting to now be in buy mode or sell mode of their home? Any tips?
I think everybody's like well adjusted. We're a year into COVID and hopefully it's going to be over soon. But I think pretty much everybody's accustomed to just wearing their mask when they go to properties. I know a lot of agents like myself, they'll go in and wipe down, like if they have showings and stuff like that, or just put up signs that say, hey, wear these gloves. Like I leave gloves, I leave sanitizer, and I leave booties. And I leave mask at all my listings. So, but like I said, market hasn't slowed down, so I'm happy.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So I am pulling in this video for you right now, and I see the contest alert. You can't imagine the amount of behind the scenes I'm over here doing to get the video converted from YouTube and everything. But that's when you should be an expert and be able to do it, right? While I have this video getting ready to play, I want to thank June Griffith. I see that you sent a nice online contribution to the Kim Jacobs Show. I don't take that for granted. And yes, I'm going to shout you out if you do that. So thank you so much for doing that. And thank you, Courtney. I see that you purchased some products from the Kim Jacobs Show. So if you haven't purchased your products, make sure you get I Watch the Kim Jacobs Show. Anyway, okay, let's play this video. I saw that come on my phone. I was like, wait a minute now. Everybody pause. This is commercial break. Okay. Okay, here we go.
And then right here under the stairs, we're putting something really nice right there. So I want you guys to guess what's going there. You could win $100 if you guess. Leave a comment and subscribe. And then that's the
Yes. Yes.
So everybody has the contest rules now.
You can win $100 if you guess what's going under the stairs. And I know even if you put your comments right here in the actual comment section, Des has committed to going back on these episodes on these Fridays and checking what your guess is.
That's right.
So if you guess and you guess it right, go ahead and pop it in the comment section. Oh, yes, you're right. I do see you. Let me see here. Crystal Stotts. Oh my gosh, this woman preached a mighty word last night for her district in the Lawrence district in the Kansas area. And yes, you did receive your products. You received quite a few products. So thank you so much for your support of the Kim Jacobs Show. And I appreciate it. Listen, you guys can win. You can win $100 if you guess what goes under the stairs in that image. What do you think goes under the stairs? Somebody just pop a comment. Everybody make one educated guess. She's not going to tell you. Her face is going to be stoic and starchy and just like, but let's see if you can guess it. What do you think goes under the stair? I'm going to pop this one more time. I'm going to pop it one more time.
And then right here under the stairs, we're putting something really nice right there. So I want you guys to guess what's going there. You could win $100 if you guess.
Okay, what's going under the stairs? Let's see what some of the comments are. And this, let's see if you keep your face straight.
Yep, I will.
Okay, let's see. Oh, you know what? First of all, thank you so much, June. She says, as Black people, it is our duty to support each other. That is the only way that we will achieve anything. Oh, thank you, June. I really appreciate it. That's the only way I could keep coming on this show in the middle of the day is if y'all support the Kim Jacobs Show. And don't worry about just supporting me. I have a whole team of people that help. And like our wealth management persons have to claim all of that and all of that good stuff. So make sure you all provide something for me to be able to claim. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I hope Courtney Jacobs got me some merch. Courtney, you silent. Courtney, do you hear what your wife said? Where is Courtney? Is he muted? Let me see. Unmute your mic, Courtney.
What did she say?
She said, I hope
me some merch.
Courtney bought me some merchandise from the Kim Jacobs Show. He's sure whatever he bought, Tissy, is for you. See how Courtney, I'll help you.
She said she popped in on that one. There's some transactions going on.
Okay, so the few guesses, we're getting ready to end the show, y'all. We always go a few minutes longer when we have our experts on, but it's on purpose so we can have a great time here. But okay, I'm guessing it's a shower.
Okay, I'm gonna give people a hint. Let me give you a hint. So the area that is in front of what's going under the stairs is a dining room. The kitchen is to the right. The living room is to the left. I don't know if that could help.
What kind of hint is that?
That's a little hint. That's a little hint.
I know
What?
it is.
What? That was not a hint for me.
That
That's
was a hint.
I already knew. Put you back.
But you have to think where would go with that area. That's
Okay, somebody said a pantry. Okay, oh, then my tie said a pantry.
Good guess. Good guess.
That's funny. That's only because she's a cook over there. Nobody's gonna put a whole pantry under the closet. My tie. I don't know if I'm allowed to say. Like a shower. Who is that? Tissy? Nobody. Okay, you can tell I'm definitely not the real estate person. You cannot put your whole body under that area and lean over. Let me show you how you had to. I'm just gonna joke on you. You hit under the no. No, I'll put you back there, but no. Okay, let's see. Understand that it's storage, books, shoes. Okay, we'll see. I don't know that.
We'll
I'm never guessing her stuff right, so you might be right. Who knows? Let's see.
So what I'm gonna do too, also,
Like
whoever
Harry
plays
Potter?
the contest, whoever plays the contest, and whoever makes a comment on Kim Jacobs as well as playing the contest, I'm gonna enter you 5 times.
Oh.
What?
That way will increase your chances to win.
Okay, well, what does that mean though? So they have to go and follow those instructions on that video?
Yes.
So you have to go to Dez's page, to her YouTube channel, which is the DI Real Estate and Staging. Enter the contest. She's going to enter you 5 times if you have made your comments here. Yes. One of my people will win. Okay, okay. Somebody said like a Harry Potter room. What in the world? Oh, you get ready to go?
I'm about to win. That's what I.
Oh, okay. Let's see who else said. We get ready to get off of here, y'all. We're not gonna go past 12:15. I just thought it would be fun to do this contest at the end. Let's see. Mud room is going under the stairs. Crystal, you know what you're talking about. She's not going to tell you one way or the other, Crystal. So you see how she's just laughing off of everything. It's all the same emotion. It's ridiculous. I need some kind of like wink, something, right? Under the stairs, Child's Dollhouse. Now that's Chucky, June. If this is, let me tell you, if I see a dollhouse, I'm gonna be like this. Why you got that there? Why in the world is your dollhouse under that stairs? That is like, okay, I don't understand that. Let's see. All right, let's see what else somebody said. Tissy laughing. She said a storage closet. Shambria said, hey, everybody. Shambria also works with the Kim Jacobs Show. And see, she needs y'all to support the Kim Jacobs Show just so she can buy some more of them dresses so she can pose with her back like that, right? She gonna be coming on spinning a wheel soon. Okay, let's see. All right, who else is on here? Let's see. Good pantry, good pantry, a good old country pantry, she said. A curio cabinet. Oh, whoa. Let's see. Let me put you back up there for your facial expressions, Des. See, she's still laughing. I told you. She did change the facial expression. Okay, a food pantry or storage for various wares. For where? All right, y'all. Y'all got me on this show tripping. This is funny. Okay, everybody, listen. Thank you so much, Des, for being
You're
here.
welcome.
This has been a lot of fun. All of the experts that have been on. Thank you, Mai Tai, for over there showing us your good old country cheesecake that's keto friendly. Thank you to all of the experts that came on. I'll close out just with a couple of still very important facts that I want you all to know. And that's that some of the live updates that Rachel prepared for us this week, and we'll pop these in the comment section. Shannon, make sure we put some of these links in the comment section later after the broadcast. But I do want us to continue to pray for everyone that was affected by the storms that took place in the Texas area. According to the Associated Press, approximately 80 people have passed away. And obviously, according to the Wall Street Journal, they said that it's going to take months before the total calculation of the amount of people that have lost their lives here on this earth due to the storms that took place in Texas. Now, we know that now it's sunny and warm and back to normal, but for many families, the disruption has occurred and their lives will never be the same. As well, with coronavirus, it's been over 500,000 deaths at this point. So we really need to keep these families heavily lifted up in prayer. And I don't want to go off of this episode without acknowledging that every one of those numbers represent a name. So we may not know them, we may never know them, but we know that they have lost their lives on this earth during some pretty unforeseen tragic situations. So please keep all of those families in prayer. I also want to let you know that the federal grand jury hearing, according to ABC News, kicked off on Wednesday regarding George Floyd trial. So I want to make sure that we know that the death of George Floyd and the federal grand jury hearing evidence in the death of him actually kicked off this past Wednesday. And also Cleveland area Coast Guards rescued 10 people that were stranded on an ice floor in a nearby park in that Lake Erie area. So these were some of the things I just wanted to make sure that I mentioned before we get off. And there are also articles, and we're going to put all of these articles up right here in the comments section. So you'll see a lot of comments. You can click on the different links yourself and review each of these articles. But why have some actual states fared better with dealing with the vaccine distribution while others haven't? There's some information that's been revealed through NBC News, and we'll share that as well. And then lawyers have found that parents of the 105 separated migrant children in the past month. So that's pretty positive information as well. And lots of other things that we were able to pull together. Thank you, Rachel, for pulling the weekly updates together. Everybody that helps with the Kim Jacobs Show, you make a difference, and your input is so valuable. Cassandra, yesterday, she was on with me when I was actually doing a speaking engagement, and she's always working with me behind the scenes in that regard. And so I just thank everyone on our team. Andrew has obviously done a lot with bringing on some phenomenal guests here on the show. You met Kara Dixon, news reporter. He also brought Dorothy Roberts. And so it's just been an outstanding opportunity to have some great guests that have been on this show. So thank you for everyone that supports the Kim Jacobs Show. Thank you, Des, been my last expert standing. I appreciate it. And we're going to go ahead and hop off, but I just want to say thank you for everything that you all do.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
We're still guessing too, just so you know. So make sure you go back and check it all out.
Okay. And I will do I'm gonna do another. So the first video for this property is dropping next Wednesday. So that's when people will be able to vote, and do their guessing. And I'm gonna do updates until it's pretty much staged. And then we'll do a big reveal.
Come each Friday as much as you want and share what you want on the show. Thank you guys for tuning into this episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. On Monday and all of next week, we have some phenomenal guests lined up for you, so you don't want to miss not one episode. Be sure to subscribe, turn on your notifications to all. When we go live, you'll be right here in the studio audience. Thank you so much for being a valuable part of the Kim Jacobs Show. Thank you, Daz.